Hi, Kim here from Keep Fit with Kim. Today's workout is a gentle Pilates mat workout with no equipment. Let's get down on the mat and get started. This exercise is lumbar flattening. You're lying on the mat, feet and knees hip width apart, so feet together, toes out, heels out, keep the knees apart. Upper body's relaxed, nice gap under the chin, and all I want you to do as you breathe out is use your abdominal muscles to push your lower back into the mat and tilt the pelvis. So it's all coming from the pelvis, knees should stay still and hold that there. I'm going to hold that for about 30 seconds, keeping breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel that rib cage expand against the mat as you breathe in. So over time we want to try and get up to holding this for around 2 minutes, but I'm going to keep it short today. Let's release that and go again. As you breathe out, tilt the pelvis, use the abdominal muscles to push the lower back into the mat and hold as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep breathing, feel the ribs expand against the mat and be aware of your breathing, how this feels, should be comfortable. Relax the upper body. If you've got any tension in your neck, if you have, change the position slightly. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe in, feel that rib cage expand. Last few seconds, and let's release. And we're going to go one more time, pushing the lower back into the mat and hold. Try and deepen your breath as you do this, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feet and lower body are relaxed, gentle tension in the abdominals to keep that lower back pushed into the mat. What I'm going to do is stretch through the backs of the legs. So it's a very gentle movement. I'm going to get you to bring the knees in one at a time. In this exercise I tend to roll my lower back into the mat, but neutral or imprinted is fine. Take the hands to the sides of the legs. What we're going to do is straighten and bend, alternating legs, feeling the stretch in the back of the hamstring, warming up through the back of the legs. If you wish to, you can extend that by flexing the foot. You're going to feel that maybe in the calf and a lot more intensely in the back of the knee if you're tight. But your choice here, so you can slow it down and add the foot flex, or you can stay with a lift and release. So we're not holding on to the back of the legs, the back of the hamstrings. You're either hanging onto the side slightly for support, or I quite like to just push my legs into my hands. Just to stop the knees coming too close. What I'm interested in here is getting that stretch through the back of the knee, which is why flexing the foot extends that, and so it can feel good if you're not really, really tight. Breathing out, breathing in, out through the mouth, in through the nose. Taking the feet down to the mat, one at a time. The concentration is on the leg that we're stretching. You're going to take both legs up in the air, ideally straight, but if your legs are there, bend them a little bit, enough that the weight is over your body, that you control that. I like to imprint my spine for this, and all we're going to do is bring one leg in and stretch so that you feel the stretch. If I show you this side, down the back of the leg, as you let the other leg go away. So the easiest version is head down, just pulling it in slightly. You might be here. Try not to pull on the back of the hamstring because that's what we're stretching. So if you can reach, you're going to be here. If not, you're going to be either side of the leg. This is your easiest version. So if you can, start making that a little bit bigger and tuck the chin to the chest and lift the head. So the harder version is taking the leg all the way down. And again, neutral spine, be aware that your spine isn't coming off the mat. And the important bit is this leg. We're not bending the leg in to hug it. You're trying to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. I would rather you took it to here and just got that gentle stretch there, if that's what you need to do for your body. Again, although I've lost a lot of the mobility in my hips over the last year, I have always been quite mobile in this area. When you've had enough, you're going to hug your knees in and rest. Remember, it doesn't matter if you can't do all of the repetitions. You're going to do one or two properly rather than do lots of them and your form go. It's much more beneficial to do one or two properly and rest and come back in a couple of days and try this or another similar workout. For the fan exercise, it gives a lovely mobility through the shoulders. You need to start with the arms out by your side, and all you're going to do is take the arm over and touch the other side. Come back centre and roll over to the other side. Come back centre, rolling over to the other side. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out through the mouth, breathing in through the nose. You can let your buttocks come off the ground if you wish, or not if you don't. If you keep the buttocks on the ground, you're going to get a much more intense stretch through your lower back, which is why I'm letting my buttocks come up and let that movement move a little bit more into the upper back, which is what I want to target myself today. One more each side. Well done. This exercise is leg circles. I'm going to start with the easiest version. Doesn't matter whether the other leg is bent or straight, but if you keep the leg bent, you're going to be more aware of how strong your core is and how well you can control your pelvis. So I'm going to start by doing little knee stirs. So think of drawing a ball on the sky, in the sky, with your knee. You're trying to keep the pelvis fairly still. I like to put my hands either side to feel what's happening. Back is in neutral, upper body relaxed. You can put the hands under the lower back if you like, or on the top of the pelvis, whatever's comfortable for you. Changing direction every 2 or 3 circles. Now, if you have the flexibility and you can get that leg straight without it being away from the body, you can make that a straight leg using the toe, but it is coming from the hip. We're not circling the ankle or doing anything funny at the knee. This is coming from the hip, and the bigger you make it, the more you have to control your core and your pelvis. So if you have the ability to make it bigger, do, but be aware of what's going on, which is why I like this bent leg. You can put your hand on the leg or in the crease between the leg and feel what is happening to your body. Now I'm finding that's really beginning to move now, so I'm going to go back to the easier version, or you can rest and release. Let's change sides. So start with the basic knee bend, just to get the mobility in the hip going. And for some of you, that is all you're going to do. You can make it a little bit harder by taking the foot up a little bit so that you're carrying a little bit more weight, but I would just let the foot drop down to start with. 3 or 4 in one direction. I'm definitely a lot more wobbly this side. And those that can, now straighten the leg. Don't worry if you can't, absolutely fine to stay with the other one. You're going to be challenging your core a little bit more if you take the leg straight, but what we don't want is your back to be arching. You want to be under control. This leg should be fairly still. This is about getting some circling in the hip, mobility in the hip, and the side of the tummy, side of the abdominals, working to keep that pelvis in alignment. So we're working the muscles here, the obliques, and release. I like to finish by hugging those knees, my knees in after that exercise. The cat and cow, or cat and cow. Really lovely for mobility in the spine. You're going to find, depending on your posture type, you're going to find that you get a better rounding one way than the other. So we're going to start with the hips directly above the knees, the shoulders directly above the hands, maybe on the fists if that's more comfortable for you. And you're going to arch the back, lift the chest. I find that my back goes quite nicely that way. Coming the other way, which is the one that's better for me, but I find really hard. I'm going to arch up and look down towards my knees. So you're going to move between those two, thinking of lifting the chest, keeping the neck relaxed. Now, what feels really nice with this one is, particularly if, like me, you struggle with the lower back, is to stretch back a little bit to get that stretch through the lower back. What I find is with my posture type and my injury, I really find it hard to open up through my lower back, and it feels really nice to get that stretch almost back into a clamshell or a child's pose from yoga, where we open up through that lower back. You're going to go with what feels good for you here. Another thing that's really nice to do, we call rolling the barrel. We take the body round in one direction and back in the other. It's getting some nice lubrication and mobility in the lower back, but only if it's comfortable for you. And then looking side to side. So just getting movement in the back in every direction you possibly can, going with what feels comfortable for you. And then I like to finish by stretching back, reaching the hands forward and stretching through the arms. I'm so pleased that you've joined me today's workout and made it all the way to the end. Please do let me know in the comments what you particularly liked or disliked about the workout. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the bell if you want to be told about new videos. I always love to hear from you, but if you can reply to me and like the video, it really does help my channel and I do appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in the next workout, whether you subscribe or not. See you later. Bye for now.